This year's coverage of Computex 2019 is sponsored by Corsair and eBuyer. Check them out in the link below. Do you know the amount of times I've said on this channel that this is the ultimate gaming monitor? It's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. But I'm going to have to say it again because this is a brand new monitor from Asus. It's called the PG27UQX. And it's actually a replacement for the UQ. That monitor seemed to have a shelf life of around about a year, and it's about to be gone because we now have mini LED technology inside a gaming monitor. And the main advantage to this is that we're getting a better backlighting system, which means that when we're doing HDR content, viewing, creating, no matter what it is, you're actually going to get a better gradient between all of the darks and all of the whites. So this one actually has 576 lighting zones, which is up from 384 of the previous generation. And I've got Battlefield 5 running here, and it looks absolutely incredible. If you've never used an HDR monitor before that's actually with Gsync Ultimate, it completely transforms the way your game looks. It's just not even close. And when you go back to something that doesn't have this technology, honestly, you almost can't really believe the difference. That doesn't mean to say that this is actually worth purchasing, because this is still going to be a very, very expensive monitor. But the specs, you really can't beat them. It's 4K, 144 Hertz, and with that HDR panel, it just looks absolutely incredible. Fantastic color accuracy. It's going to be good for so many things, not just gaming. But if you've been following my coverage of the PG27UQ, you'll know that that monitor really wasn't perfect because it actually has an active cooling system in the back. And this sometimes was just a little bit loud, and it meant that if you're sitting there playing games and then you want to go and start doing emails or some work, the fan actually would stay on for around about half an hour after you finish gaming, obviously plus minus a fair few minutes. And it was just really annoying, and it meant that, especially if you were a streamer and you wanted to spend a huge amount of money and have the best monitor, you're going to be picking up all of this fan noise in your recordings, and it's just not ideal when you're paying so much money for a monitor. Obviously you want the best, and an active cooling system isn't something I guess we'd associate with the best. The good news is that it is going to be improved with this generation. There is actually better temperature regulation inside the monitor, which means that the fans shouldn't spin up as much when you're not doing high intensive tasks, and it should keep this quieter while maintaining obviously a safe working temperature. There were also some issues with DisplayPort before because we can only get 4K at 120 Hz in SDR mode, then 98 Hz in HDR mode, and sadly this is exactly the same with this monitor. It is just a limitation with DisplayPort 1.4. There's no 2-cable malarkey here. I think this is probably due to that Gsync panel, but we will just have to wait for a new generation of DisplayPort before we can actually get fully uncompromised, full color, 144 Hz gaming. But whether any of these changes actually makes this a monitor worth buying, I guess we will have to wait and see for the full review. It's coming out in Q4, and I should be getting my review sample then, so stay tuned if you want to see the full review of that. But it's really exciting, and I really like the fact that Asus are actually willing to completely drop the UQ and replace it when it's only been out for a year. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know, let me know down in the comment section below what you think of this. If you have bought a UQ, I have a feeling you're going to feel a little bit shortchanged by this, but ultimately it's going to be a similar monitor, but just that little bit better. Thank you so much for checking out the coverage from Computex 2019. If you want to see more videos, you can find them in the end screen. Massive thank you to Corsair, HydroX, eBuyer for actually sponsoring this coverage. You can check out the full links and see all of that news and buy anything with those links in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.